Texas, the issue is chaplains in public schools. Robert Boston with Americans United for Separation of Church and State spoke with us about why his group and the ACLU issued a warning letter to local school districts about that idea. Stephen, do you know if any school districts in North Texas are considering this idea, a chaplain policy?
I haven't heard any school districts publicly come out about this, but I am sure that some of the more conservative school boards may ponder it. This has been a big issue of course, separation of church and state. We talked about it during the regular session when the 10 Commandments bill came up. Look, I'm a product of kindergarten through 12th grade private Christian education. The reason why I said unnecessary, there are already school counselors in schools. This is just another way that Republicans are trying to throw red meat to their base as far as incorporating religious ideologies into public schools, which just seems a bit over the line.
Mark, these groups have fought against prayer in school before, but Boston acknowledged chaplains are being used in the military and in hospitals. Based on past debates and lawsuits, do you think that there may be some wiggle room in the law for this idea?
Well, that's certainly the opinion of Republican lawmakers here in Texas. With the new composition of the Supreme Court, with the 6-3 conservative majority, there's a belief that this type of legislation, since it applies to pastors from a whole wide range of religions, could pass constitutional muster when it reaches the Supreme Court, and it's certainly headed there at some point.
Stephen, SB 763 doesn't require school chaplains to have an educator certification by the State Board of Education, but during the House floor debate, the bill was amended to clarify that chaplains are not intended to replace school counselors, just to kind of help. And an editorial recently in the Dallas Morning News essentially endorsed this idea, stating, you know, worse ideas were pitched during the session. So the final conference committee report passed with little Democratic support. So do you think that this is going to be essentially just a ballot box issue? You agree with that?
I don't know if it's going to be a ballot box issue. Democrats have a lot of things that they can campaign on in the upcoming election. When you talk about, you know, the infighting when it comes to LGBT topics, the gun debate that will continue to exist in Texas and around the nation. I think this is low on the priority level for Democrats. A majority of them opposed it. I think the real question is it necessary, regardless if it doesn't replace counselors or not? The question is it necessary? Is it needed in public schools?
Now, in the State House debates, it was said that local school boards will be allowed to set up their own standards for chaplains in their schools. Mark, there's been a lot of political rhetoric lately about protecting local control, which is what this is all about, especially by the mayor of Houston, Sylvester Turner, who used to be a state lawmaker. Have any of the candidates trying to replace him weigh in on this chaplain issue yet, or they're just trying to ignore it?
Well, I think mostly ignoring it. State Senator John Whitmire, who's one of the leading candidates, voted against it on the Senate floor. It will, though, most likely be implemented here in Houston. Our largest school district, Houston Independent School District, is under state receivership from the former Dallas receiver, Mike Miles. So that, I think that will be a first test in terms of how it works out. For proponents of it, I think what they have to hope is that there aren't some problem cases where people who shouldn't be involved with children get involved via this program. So I suspect that's what they're going to be watching out for.
Yes, Stephen, you know, give you the last word on this. It seems like the vetting process is really what this is all going to get down to. It's you know, chaplains are trained. Chaplains know what they're doing. The thing is that you just don't want someone to basically say, I'm a chaplain, and walk into a school and get this done. So do you think this is really going to get down to the vetting process on the local level?
Oh, yeah, it's all about the vetting process, and luckily and unfortunately, vetting processes have increased and improved since we've had a lot of mass shootings and other just incidents in schools. So I don't think someone will slip through the cracks, hopefully not.
All right, we're going to wrap it up now, and to see this interview or any of our past interviews, you can go to our YouTube pages and to our social media sites to continue this conversation.
Special Session 2 continues in Austin, and lawmakers are still having a lot of issues to pass. So join us next week for another issue, and remember to tell us what you think the issue is.